Hey folks, I'm back. So I wanted to give you guys a heads up as to how to do today's lab. So for today's lab, the directions say is designed to teach you about chords. At the conclusion of this lab, which is right now, you'll be able to put together two or more notes to create a chord. So a chord, like we said before, is a combination of two or more notes. There are literally thousands of combinations that you can do. Basically, we're going to try to find some that sound great together, some that sound terrible together. So let's do a quick review real quick. So I'm on my grand piano. So playing two or more notes together gets you sort of in this case, a very nice sound, a very pleasant sound. So I get some rugrats there. But or for instance, a fifth, because I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 keys away from one another. Those are sort of things that sound kind of nice together versus this, the Jaws theme. Or it's a little bit better because you can, if you hear you hear how there's a little bit of wobble in your headphones when you play them together versus there's not that much wobble. The wobble is a little bit decreased. That's because it's like trying to put together two Lego pieces or two gears that aren't exactly lined up. You're just trying to force them together. It doesn't really work versus two puzzle pieces that work well together, like Z and C. So, what I'm going to ask you guys to do today, at a minimum, let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and record two notes that are close together, two sets of two notes that are close together, like this. Okay, so I have my two notes here. If I want to, I can go ahead and quantize this. Going in, selecting all of this stuff if I want to. This is not a requirement of the lesson, but this is something that I'm just doing for fun. I can go ahead and quantize these. Cool, they're all the same length now. No, my gosh. Let's go ahead and Control Z that. There we go. So, and I can go ahead and modify these as much as I want here. This is just for me for fun. So these are about the same length as well. Cool. So I have my two sets of notes here that are kind of close together. Let me go ahead and play this back. So there's a little bit of feedback issues here. So I'll go ahead and fix that in a moment there. But let me go ahead and show you another way you can do this. So this now for your project, you only need one track. However, I'm gonna go ahead and play a second track and have more open notes. When I say open notes, I mean notes that are further apart from each other. So when I record, it'll sound a little bit less grindy, a little bit less frictiony. Now, if you noticed here, I actually played two notes, and three notes, one on top of each other. Can you add and play 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 notes on top of each other? Absolutely, you can. A chord, keep in mind, is two or more notes played at the same time. These are block chords that we're creating. They fit inside a square. So if I were to go once again into my MIDI editor, I'll play this back as I'm listening. So I'm just going to go back really quickly here into my notes. All right, there we go. Cool. I'm not sure where my thing went. There we go. So I realized that I really don't like this third note, so I'm just going to delete it. So when I play these together, I don't know how this is going to sound. You may have to do some tweaking with your MIDI editor to move your notes around so it sounds the way that you want it to. So let me play these together. So it's once again, a little jumpy, and I understand that sometimes it's a little bit hard to hear, possibly, but this is the creation that I made. Now for my project, I'm going to go ahead and leave both of these open. You do not, I repeat, you do not have to make two tracks like I did. You just have to make one with two different notes as part to create a chord. Here I created about 8 different chords, 8 different chord examples. You just have to create two. All right. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me, GChat, or whatever works best for you. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get to work.